Don't miss the awesome Naruto stories my sister creates. Her last channel was hacked, so to stay in the loop, please subscribe to her new channel. It would mean a lot to her, and you won't regret it. Dear Naruto Lemon fans, I'm thrilled to invite all of you to my Boosty channel, where you can enjoy exclusive Naruto Lemon scenes in a comfortable and supportive community. Choose from various subscription tiers, from Mini Lemon to God Lemon, and gain access to unique content tailored just for our fans. Plus, subscribers to over Naruto Lemon and God Lemon will receive special mentions in my videos. Support my channel and dive deeper into the world of Naruto today. Dare! Naruto is a kind, cheerful boy with bright blue eyes, like a clear summer sky, beautiful hair the color of millet. He was born into the family of the Hokage of Konoha, Minato Namikaze. He lived with his sister and brother, who were 2 years younger than him, and when he was still a baby, a 9-tailed demon fox was sealed into him, due to an attack during his mother's birth. The fox, which was then sealed in the Hokage's wife, that is, in his mother, got out. And then, in order to seal it, the third Hokage Hiruzen sacrificed himself, thereby making Naruto a Jinchuriki. Naruto, so to speak, was unloved by his parents often forgot about him. When Naruto wanted to ask for help, he was always refused. His father always told him, "Son, I'm very busy. Ask your mother." And his mother sent him to his father. And so on in a circle. Naruto was terribly thin, he ate poorly. He trained hard so that his parents would at least pay attention to him. But unfortunately, they were not interested in him. One wonderful day, when the sun was shining brighter than usual, Naruto woke up in a great mood. It seemed to him that the day would go well. But when Naruto decided to go outside, he suddenly realized. The door doesn't open. Mom. Dad. Naruto whispered in fear. But no one responded. Yes. He was forgotten, left alone. Tears were streaming down his beautiful blue eyes. He drooped and fell to his knees. He didn't believe it, he thought it was just a bad dream, yes. A very bad dream, and when he woke up, everything would be fine. But that didn't happen. The only food he had were 2 jars of store-bought noodles and a pack of milk. A week passed, and his meager supplies ran out. He stretched them out as best he could, dividing a piece of noodles into 4 parts and eating once a day, but nothing lasts forever. Having finished the last piece, he firmly decided to get out of this difficult situation, otherwise he would simply die here. All the doors were locked. Piercing and cutting objects were hidden in cabinets with seals, so all that was left was to get out with the help of hands and feet. Since he already had an idea about chakra and learned to concentrate it a little, he concentrated chakra in his hands and releasing it at the moment of impact, he began to break out a passage for himself. On the 3rd day he succeeded. AAA. Is that light? Fresh air. Hooray! Naruto crawled outside with all his might. As soon as he was able to get out, Shisui Uchiha saw him. He helped him during his training. Sometimes he came to him and watched how he trained. He talked about his mistakes and helped him correct them. Wow, is that Naruto? Shisui was surprised, looking at the body that had fallen out of the village headman's house. Uchiha flew up to him, picking him up. He was horrified when he looked at his body. It was all covered in abrasions and splinters, the skin on his hands was rubbed raw, his right leg was broken. What happened to you? Shisui thought. It took Naruto about 3 days to come to his senses. When he woke up, his once bright blue eyes were no longer shining. His hair had become a paler shade and had white tips. The stress he had been through had taken a toll on him physically. He woke up in Shisui's house. He stood up and looked around the room, noticing Shisui watching him. Shisui? Naruto barely managed to say, although it sounded more like a groan. Don't get up, you're still very weak, Shisui said calmly, glad that Naruto had finally woken up. When Naruto opened his eyes, they started bleeding and hurting badly. 3 tomos started forming in his eyes, and then they started twisting into a 9-pointed shuriken covered in holes. Naruto, that's the Manjikyu Sharingan. Shisui was surprised. But I'm not an Uchiha. Apparently, one of your relatives was from the Uchiha clan. In the meantime, could you tell me about what happened? Of course. Shisui was both sad and hurt that Naruto had to go through this at the age of 8. Incidentally, Naruto did not attend the academy because Minato wanted Ami and Menma, his younger children, to be given the attention they deserved without being distracted by his eldest son. A month has passed since Naruto lived with Shisui. Shisui wanted to see what Naruto's Manjikyu Sharingan was capable of, but because of his age, he decided to postpone this matter for later. After all, he did not want to subject a young, fragile body, even though he was an Uzumaki, but still a child. In parallel with this, one day, when Naruto sat down to rest and meditate, he fell into his subconscious for the first time, where he met Kyubi. As it turned out, Kyubi is actually a nickname, and the fox itself is generally female. Naruto asked her name. She answered him that her name was Kurumi. And she would be happy to communicate with him if young Naruto-kun wished it. Naruto did not like that she was sitting in a locked cage, but he could not do anything about it, since he was too weak. He had been planning to leave this village for a long time, since there was nothing holding him here. And so, at the age of 10, he decided to leave the village. Shisui, goodbye. But I will definitely visit you again someday. With these words, Naruto headed towards the village gates. Hokage-sama. Your eldest son just left the village. The ANBU assigned to watch him responded. What? How did you let this happen? Quickly send Kakashi and Guy to look for him. The confused and angry Hokage ordered. Yes, Hokage-sama. This same ANBU obeyed the order. Naruto was already moving away from the village, when Kurumi told him that 2 sources of chakra, not inferior to the Jounins, were heading his way. Ah, so my dear daddy decided to remember me. Naruto said with an empty smile. Naruto transformed into a bird and sat on a branch, waiting and watching around. Kakashi and Guy approached the place where he was sitting on a branch in the form of a bird. Guy, he should be around here somewhere. My dogs caught his scent, look around here. Got it, Kakashi. Where are you, Naruto? Why did you run away? Flashed through Kakashi's thoughts. Kakashi. There, on the branch. Guy said, seeing the only bird in the entire area sitting on a branch. When Naruto was finally exposed, he decided to go down and talk. He was sure that he was not eager to fight the taijutsu master, and if Kakashi also had Sharingan, it would be difficult for him to cope with such opponents. Problematic. Naruto thought. Hello, Kakashi-san, Guy-san. What daddy decided to remember about having an older son? Naruto asked them, still with an empty smile plastered on his face. Naruto, why did you run away? Your parents are very worried. Are you serious, Kakashi? They left me to die in a locked house. Without food and a chance to survive. It took me 3 days. To be able to get out and survive. I made a passage for myself through blood and broken bones, and you say that they are worried? After this, I will never in my life believe that they are worried about me. Naruto spoke out displeased. Naruto created 100 clones and they all ran in different directions so that they could not track him by scent and chakra. Since clones share both the scent and chakra of the original, and he himself hid underground. The Jonin left. And Naruto ran away from Konoha as fast as he could. Listen, Kurumi, where do you think I should go? I mean, Konoha is closed to me, but I don't want to depend on any village either. Naruto asked while running from the land of fire. I think you can go to the land of water, there is a great temple there that I built when I was young. Ah. Kurumi said, licking her lips and rolling her eyes, remembering the time when she was not yet subjugated by Madara. Naruto headed to the land of water. Following Kurumi's instructions, Naruto went inside the temple. It was well protected. An ordinary person who did not know the special passage would never get in. The temple had a large shelf filled with scrolls and a rack with swords. Naruto, let's find out what elements you possess. Kurumi told him as soon as he entered and looked around the temple. Naruto took a few pieces of paper from the shelf. These were some special pieces of paper that he read about in his father's library. He took a few pieces of paper and directed some chakra into them. So he found out that he possessed all 5 elements. 8 years had passed. Naruto was 18, Ami was 16, Menma was 16. During this time, Naruto had changed significantly. Now his hair reached his shoulders. He was dressed in standard black shinobi sandals and a dark blue kimono. He carried a scroll on his back filled with the things he needed. After 8 years of training, Naruto had learned several techniques from all 5 of his elements. A couple of techniques of sealing his clan. Learned kenjutsu, he used 2 paired katanas and the corresponding style to them. Naruto also learned the Haraishin of the second Hokage. Information about which he found in one of the scrolls in his temple. And even improved it. Mastered the Rinnegan. Having slightly changed it, it became more powerful than the usual one. Created 2 versions of the Rinnegan, combining it with the elements of wind and lightning. Calling them Raikiri with Raisin Shuriken. But his family reacted to his escape very ambiguously. His father wanted to bring Naruto back because he was a Jinchuriki. And also if someone found out that the son of the Hokage ran away because of negligence towards him, it would hurt him as a Hokage, but he still felt guilty before him and hoped that everything was okay with him. His brother did not care that Naruto left, he was only glad that his brother left so as not to disgrace their family. They did not get along very well, Menma at least for sure. And his sister wanted to bring her older brother back to the village. She really did not notice that Naruto was treated badly. She was very upset when she found out that he ran away and did everything in her power to bring him back. This became the purpose of her shinobi life. What do you think about our worthless brother again, huh? Menma said irritably. Don't you dare talk about him like that. He ran away from Kakashi and Guy, 2 jounin. That proves he wasn't weak. Ami said angrily. Oh, he was just lucky. He ran away because he was weak, so as not to embarrass his father. Ami wanted to learn something at the academy as soon as possible, to be closer to the goal of bringing her brother back, and she was told about the history of shinobi, wars, and the Hokage. Ami said sadly, thinking about her older brother. But then, a few years passed. She and her brother were 16, and Naruto was 18. I wonder how he is. Ami thought about him. Of course, her brother and Sasuke were on Ami's team. Why Sasuke? Ami said during the distribution. He annoyed her a little, because he didn't behave like the others, but in a special way. As she thought. But they became pretty good friends with him. Kakashi Hatake became their team sensei. At first, they carried out a bunch of D-rank missions, then they moved on to C-rank, there were even B-rank missions. But Ami was tired of carrying out such simple missions and asked her father for an A-rank mission. To be honest, I don't understand how Minato agreed to this, but he did. The mission was to accompany the bridge architect Tazuna to the Wave Country so that he could finish building the bridge. It would seem pretty simple, right? But they would face many difficulties. Naruto also decided to go to the land of waves. he was very interested in seeing this country. He also heard that this country has not been living very well lately. Some rich guy seized power there and is interfering with the residents, killing them and blocking trade relations with other countries. Naruto, of course, decided to check this out. If this is really so, then he will take action. The Land of Waves. Naruto was on his way to the Land of Waves. He wanted to see for himself if the rumors about this country were true. Naruto entered the Land of Waves to look around. And Ami and her team were just getting ready to go to accompany the bridge architect. Take only the bare necessities, Kakashi commanded his genin. They walked half the way without incident, but suddenly Kakashi saw a puddle and thought, where from? It hadn't rained for 3 days. He decided to replace himself with a clone. Just in case, and he was right. When they passed the puddle, Fugitive Mist Shinobi jumped out and cut Kakashi into pieces. Luckily, it was a water clone. And Kakashi was not hurt. Kakashi knocked out the attackers, recognizing them. The demon brothers. He tied them up and left them there, near a tree. They walked to the river, which they had to cross by boat. She was waiting for them by the shore. They reached the architect's house without incident. Meanwhile, Naruto. When I was walking through the streets of the Wave Country, I heard cries for help. Entering the alley where they came from, I saw a beautiful girl of short stature with long hair. Some bandits or just bad people were harassing her. Hey, leave me alone, please. Help me. The girl said sadly, almost crying, begging for help. Don't be afraid, we're just going to have fun and then let her go, said this gang of bandits. Let her go. She asked you. Naruto told them calmly. Are you the bravest? Said one of them. I told you to let her go, said Naruto, dodging his blow. You don't want to do it the easy way, then? Naruto said, grinning, and took out his katanas from the scroll and with a sharp lunge at the man who wanted to hit him, cut off his head. The others saw this and wanted to run away, but how can you run away from Naruto? They also lost their heads and died immediately. Naruto sealed their bodies in scrolls and burned them. This is. I'm sorry that you had to see this, said Naruto, who did not expect this turn of events. It's okay, this happens every day. It can't be avoided. What is your name? The girl asked him, having calmed down. My name is Naruto, and yours? Nice to meet you, Naruto. My name is Tsunami. Thank you for saving me. Is there anything I can help you with? I'm looking for a place to stay. For a couple of days. Naruto answered her with a kind grin. I can help with that, you can stay at my house. Tsunami said happily. Thank you, then lead the way. Naruto thanked her and followed her. At Tsunami's house. Naruto, what village are you from? None. I don't belong to any nation. I see, we have problems with a rich man in our country now. He is interfering with trade relations between other countries and my father went to the Leaf Village for protection. To build a bridge, this is our last hope for survival. Shinobi of the Leaf? Sad. I would not like to run into them. What is it? Are you a fugitive shinobi? No, I ran away from there when I was still a child and now they are looking for me because I was a child of 2 important clans. So if they see me in my true form, it will not be good. Naruto answered her and transformed, changing the color of his eyes, hairstyle and clothes. Now call me Arima. Naruto asked her. Okay, Arima. They were in the kitchen washing dishes when that same architect Tazuna entered the house with List's team. Hello, Dad. Hi, Tsunami, who is this young man? This is Arima, he saved me from the bandits. He needed a place to spend the night and I agreed to let him into the house for the night. You say he saved me. I offer my sincere gratitude for saving my daughter. Tazuna thanked the savior. It's nothing, nonsense, he said. At night Naruto decided to send 10 clones to reconnoiter the area and search for Gato. He learned the name of the person who prevents this country from living normally. In the morning Naruto dispelled the clones and learned where Gato is now and that he hired Zabuza Momochi, an elite shinobi of the mist, to kill Tazuna. The Konoha people went on their way in the morning, and Naruto slept on. As it turned out not in vain, because Tsunami and her son were attacked by bandits, whom Naruto assumed hired Gato, and when it seemed everything was over, because no one would help, Naruto enters the room and sees, Tsunami is sitting on the floor, scared, holding scissors in her hands, with which she tried to defend herself from the attackers, and her son is trying to protect her, telling the bandits not to kill his mother. He wanted to hit one of them, but he did not do it very well. They grabbed his hands and neutralized him. Naruto took a kitchen knife, because his katanas were in a scroll that hung on a chair next to his bed. He never just walked around with it. Having soaked 2 kitchen knives with wind chakra, which he took from the table, he threw them at 2 mercenary bandits. The knives hit the mercenaries' heads right and pierced them through. Apparently I came in time. By the way, sorry about the knives. Why did they come here, do you know? Naruto asked her, approaching the bodies of the attackers and taking those same knives out of their heads. Yes, they said that they came to kidnap me. 2. Tsunami spoke hesitantly, frightened. Don't go on, where did the Konoha people go? Naruto calmly asked her, sitting down next to her. They went to the bridge. Okay, then I'll go help them or something, that's what I was going to do. Naruto said and quickly headed out of the house to catch up with the Konoha people and Tazuna. Not forgetting to leave a clone to protect Tsunami and her son. When Naruto came to the bridge he saw fog. Activating the Sharingan he was able to see 2 people. It was Kakashi and Zabuza. They were fighting in the fog, and the genin were busy fighting a boy who used the ice element. Ice element, interesting. I won't interfere for now, I'll see how far my beloved brother and sister have progressed, and some Uchiha, I think his name is Sasuke. Shursui told me something about him. Naruto thought, watching their fight. The genin almost coped. Hooray, victory! Sasuke covered Menma with himself, how original. And the sister? And the sister was attacked by a clone of Zabuza. In principle, even very good. For a wheelchair user. Didn't this Kakashi teach them anything at all? While he was thinking, his sister was hit with a kunai. No matter how much he disliked his relatives, his sister is not to blame. I don't want anyone to hurt her. Naruto thought. I think I'll help them or something, Naruto said as he landed from the tree onto the ground. He lunged towards Zabuza's clone who was attacking Ami. Naruto unsealed his katanas from the scroll and cut the clone in half. He helped his sister up. And put a recovery seal on her. Thank you, it's you. The one who was in Tazuna's house. Ami said in a tired voice. Maybe. After he helped his sister, Naruto decided to help her team, that is, Sasuke and Menma. Naruto approached them and noticed the ice mirror technique. They were strong, but he broke these mirrors by concentrating chakra in his hands and releasing it upon impact. They shattered into pieces. Naruto saw a boy with the ice element. He smiled at him. He pulled Sasuke and Menma out from under the place where the ice mirrors used to be and put the same recovery seals on both of them as on Ami, which he himself had invented. After recovery, they disappear. It wasn't in vain that I studied Fuin after all. Naruto thought, seeing that Kakashi had fallen into a water prison. He decided to help him too, but before that, he put the Hiraition seal on Ami. Just in case. Naruto said to himself. Naruto quietly approached Zabuza and said to him, so what? Are you biting? What? Zabuza turned his attention to him, not understanding. It's nothing, I was just holding my hand in the water, wondering if I was biting or not. Naruto said and hit Zabuza's hand, thereby freeing Kakashi. Thank you, Arima-san. Your speed is amazing. Kakashi said, seeing how quickly Naruto figured everything out. Thank you, it's nice to hear that from a great copy ninja. Naruto told him with a fake smile. I think you can handle it yourselves from now on. Goodbye. Naruto said goodbye to them and sat down to watch them, hiding his chakra. They seemed to be handling it. Naruto thought, sitting on a tree near the bridge. Kakashi forms Chidori and pierces Zabuza with it. But no, Haku covered Zabuza with his body. That was the name of the boy, as Naruto understood from the fact that Zabuza said his name many times. But Gato came with his gang of bandits and there were a lot of them. He stabs Zabuza in the back with a knife. Zabuza and Haku die. What a worthless person, you couldn't handle the children, why should I pay you? But before he could finish speaking, Gato lost his head. Together with Gato, Naruto killed the bandits he hired in a matter of minutes. Well, I did what I wanted. Now it's definitely goodbye. Naruto said, hiding in the mist. When the bridge was finally finished, they decided to name it in honor of that very man Arima, who saved them. So this bridge became known as the Arima Bridge. And Naruto returned to his temple, which he had already become accustomed to after 8 years spent in it. I was wondering why you never signed a contract with any animals. Kurumi began to reason. Well, because there is no one. Toads? Oh no, snakes? Even worse, slugs? Ugh, they make me sick. Naruto told her his dissatisfaction with the summons. Don't be so capricious, Naruto. Kurumi said indignantly. Besides, there are not only these summons. What about the foxes? This is my personally founded summon. Foxes are soft and kind, plus you can learn the art of Sannin from them. So why didn't you tell me about this before? Naruto said in an upbeat mood. Well, there was never a suitable opportunity. Naruto found a scroll with the summoning of foxes on the shelf with all the scrolls, and on Kurumi's instructions, he signed the contract. Naruto tried to summon someone. And he succeeded. Well. Summoning technique. Naruto shouted, biting his thumb. A cute little fox appeared in a cloud of smoke and said, Master. Master. I am your personal summon and you can call me at any time if you need me. Okay, my cute fox. I understand, you can come back. Okay, Master. She said, disappearing in a cloud of smoke. Sweet. And when will they teach me the art of the Sannin? Naruto asked Kurumi, impressed. When the time comes, Naruto. And yes, you haven't forgotten that you actually have a Sharingan, otherwise you haven't used it for the last 6 years. But I'm not an Uchiha to use it on a regular basis. And anyway, for this you need to ask Shisui for help. I think you're right. It's time to visit Shisui. If he's alive. Naruto thought, hoping that everything was okay with Shisui. A month had passed since Naruto killed Gato in the Land of Waves. After much thought, Naruto decided to visit Shisui and take a couple of lessons from him on how to use the Sharingan. He was much more experienced than him, and Naruto decided that this way he would learn how to use it faster. Kurumi, I decided to go to the leaf to visit Shisui. I think I'll pass the guard under transformation, and then put the Hiraition mark and return using the mark. Naruto said while in his subconscious. I think it's a good idea, Naruto. Naruto collected all the things he needed, sealed the katanas in a scroll and teleported to the border of the Land of Fire. Slowly, he approached the village where he was born and which brought him so much pain. Naruto took the form of a tall man with long brown hair and brown eyes, dressed in a white kimono with black patterns. Already approaching the gate, he waved his hand to the guards, they paid attention to him, asked who he was and what his purpose was in arriving in Leaf. Naruto told them that his name was Ashura and that he had come to Konoha to see his old friend. Surprisingly, they believed him and let him in. Naruto headed to the Uchiha quarter, hiding his chakra. Approaching Shursue's house, he knocked on the door. Shursue opened the door and asked him who he was. Naruto dispelled the transformation and looked at Shursue's surprised face. "Shursue, I'm back. I'm here again. You've grown up, Naruto. How old are you?" 18 as I recall already. "Do you need something?" Shursue asked, knowing that Naruto was unlikely to come back here just like that. "Yes, I really have grown up. The last time I was here was 8 years ago. Actually yes, I do. I came to gather information and learn how to use the Sharingan. Will you help me with this?" Naruto asked him with pitiful eyes, kneeling down. "Oh, of course I will help, Naruto." Shursue confirmed with a happy grin. After all, Naruto came back to ask him for help. This rarely happens. He was pleased that he had not forgotten about him. Since Naruto already had the Manjikyu Sharingan, he had several techniques unique to the Sharingan. From Shursue's story, Naruto learned that the Manjikyu Sharingan cannot be used too often, as it had a negative effect on the user's vision. But still, this disadvantage is solved by the eternal Manjikyu Sharingan, which Madara had. In order for a Sharingan user to be able to use the eternal Manjikyu Sharingan, he had to kill his relative and transplant his eyes. Shursue also told him about Susanoo. Each Uchiha has his own. Naruto tried to use Susanoo. After several attempts, he succeeded. It was a four-armed Susanoo of black and gray color. It started with gray and smoothly turned into black. Naruto decided to test its strength. He went out onto an empty field, created 10 clones and activated Susanoo, and told the clones to form Rasen Shuriken. After that, the clones pounced on Susanoo and threw Rasen Shuriken at him. From this it cracked, but did not break. "Oh, thought I was going to die," Naruto said with relief, slightly out of breath. Susanoo's armor is just so strong, Naruto thought. The next day, Naruto went to gather information. He learned that the Chunin exam would start in a month, and it would be held in Konoha. Genin from all the villages would participate. I wonder if the one-tailed Jinchuriki would participate? He's a genin. He asked Kurumi. There's a very high chance of that. I have a bad feeling about this exam. I'll have to check the village at that time. His premonition never let him down. When Kakashi-sensei told us that we had to come to the Hokage's residence at 8:15, I was honestly surprised when I saw that Kakashi wasn't late. Ami thought. Oh, hi guys. Kakashi greeted his students when he saw them walking down the street. Kakashi-sensei, you're not late? Is today some kind of holiday? Are you sure you are Kakashi-sensei? The surprised genin asked him. A very cool joke. I appreciated it. You could say it's a holiday. The Chunin exams are coming up soon. Do you want to take part? Of course we do. The genin responded in unison to such amazing news. Finally, if I become a Chunin, I might be closer to finding my brother. You'll be training every day for the next month. Without interruption, so that everyone is in good shape. Kakashi said angrily. But Naruto couldn't get rid of the thought of freeing Kurumi and the other tailed beasts from captivity and making sure that they could never be sealed again. He had been thinking about it since the moment he first met Kurumi. But unfortunately, it was impossible for now. But he would do everything in his power and ability to free the tailed beasts someday. All that's left is to wait for events to unfold. A voiceover said. We just need to tell Shursue to warn his father that Konoha will be attacked. Naruto said to himself and left Konoha. Kurumi, I'm ready. Okay, Naruto. Naruto was summoned to the land of foxes, where Naruto met the elder of the foxes. "I want you to teach me the art of Sannin," Naruto said confidently. "Okay, young Naruto-kun, I believe that you will be able to learn the art of Sannin." This month Naruto studied the art of Sannin and successfully learned it. Naruto returned back to his home temple and thought about everything he knew. So, the one tale is in a psychopathic teenager from Suna, who will take the Chunin exam in the leaf. The 2 tales and 8 tales are in Kyumo, the 4 tales and 5 tales in IWA, the rest are unknown. "Ah, well, it's time to go back again," Naruto said and teleported to the leaf along the mark he left to the Uchiha quarter. "So, I'm back here, my home village. I wonder if the search is still going on." Naruto thought, after all, he is a Jinchuriki, so they should be looking for him. He cast a transformation on himself and went to Shisui. "Chunin exams are tomorrow, get ready," Kakashi informed his team. Chunin exam day. From Ami's perspective. When we entered the classroom, we were told that the exam would consist of several stages. The first stage was written. I read and studied a lot and it wasn't difficult for me to pass it. The second stage was survival. We needed to collect 2 scrolls. Heaven and Earth. This was where the problems occurred. The third stage was fighting. "Hey, guys. We already have 2 Heaven scrolls, we're only missing Earth, let's come up with a plan," Menma suggested. "Wow, cool. Captain Obvious." Sasuke spoke up. Ami remained silent. But then there was an explosion, we were attacked. It was a man from their sound village, he was clearly not just a genin. The aura emanating from him was too powerful and terrifying. Apparently my sister and brother are in trouble. I should help. Naruto thought, watching Sasuke and Menma trying to deal with a huge snake and a man on it. Menma stops the snake, thus saving Sasuke. Naruto jumped to the ground and blocked the blow of the man attacking Sasuke. He hit the man and he flew back a couple of meters. Naruto prepared for battle, already taking out his katanas. "Kid, get out of here!" Naruto shouted. "No. We've been doing fine already." Sasuke objected. "Kid, he was playing with you. He likes it." Not bad. You hit even harder than my former teammate. If I weren't so focused on the Sharingan, I would take your body with pleasure," Orochimaru said to him displeased. Showing his true form. "Yeah, right. I'll give it to you." "Okay, I did what I wanted, goodbye," Orochimaru said, hiding in the foliage. "Coward." Sasuke shouted at him and fell unconscious. "I did what I wanted." Naruto thought about what Orochimaru said. Naruto carefully approached Sasuke and looked at his neck. So he marked it after all. Itachi became too strong and switched to Sasuke? We should tell Shisui about this, let him tell Itachi. But then Naruto noticed a close look at himself. Turning around, he saw his sister, who was looking at him. Surprise and caution were clearly visible in her eyes. "What do you want, girl?" "You. Thank you for your help." "Oh. You're welcome." Naruto hesitated. "Oh, it was you then," Ami said, remembering that moment. Flashback, we were walking to the exam venue when we saw that Konohamaru ran into an unknown shinobi. He grabbed him by the scruff of the neck. "Hey, what's wrong? Watch where you're running, brat," he said. "Let me go, you." Konohamaru grumbled. "I came over to see what was going on." "What's going on? What are you doing here?" I wait for him to apologize for bumping into me. "Who are you?" Menma asked, just coming up. "We are Suna shinobi. We have come to take the exam," said the boy with red hair. You should have gone to your exam instead of bothering the third Hokage's grandson," said the tall man with long brown hair. "Oh." The Suna shinobi cursed, letting go of Konohamaru. He immediately ran away. "You are in a strange village and you show such disrespect to its residents, what? Are you tired of living?" asked the man, looking at the Suna shinobi. "We do not." "Forgive him please, he did not mean to," said the girl, who had only been silent before. "I forgive you for the first time." And he left. But the red-haired man threw a kunai at him. He blocked it with a stone, turning his attention to the red-haired man. "Are you taking part in the Chunin exam?" "No, I am not even a shinobi, just a caring passerby. Goodbye, children." End of memory. Yes, that's right, you. That caring passerby. I've been exposed. Yes, it's me, he said, disappearing in a yellow flash. This is Dad's technique, thought Ami. Naruto returned to Shirsue's house. Oh, Naruto. Hello, you're just in time. I'm going to meet Danzo-sama. Shirsue shared with him. With Danzo? If something happens, please direct chakra to this tag and I will immediately appear and help you. Naruto, there's no need to worry so much, but okay, I promise, if something happens, I will report it. Naruto felt that it was time and returned to the forest of death. Shikaku had just broken free from Gaara and began to destroy the forest. It's time to seal you, Shikaku, Naruto said and summoned a huge fox. The fox began to restrain the tailed beast. Kurumi, I think this is the perfect moment. Naruto removed the seal and covered himself in a chakra shroud. He created 10 giant Raisengans and sent them along with the clones at Shikaku. After that, it turned off and Naruto resealed it in himself. Forgive me, Shikaku. There was no other way. At the same time, Konoha was attacked by a couple of Suna and Sound squads. The Konoha Anbu dealt with them. Orochimaru attacked the Hokage with the resurrected first and second Hokage, but Fugaku came to his aid. And Shikaku was raging in the forest of death. Ahaha. Poor Hokage who can't protect his village. Orochimaru said laughing, but suddenly he saw a flash and it turned out that someone was already sealing the bijou. What? He asked. It was difficult, Naruto said and felt that Shirsue had directed chakra into the Hiraishin's tag. And Naruto instantly teleported, but didn't have time. He saw Shirsue barely breathing and Danzo. Naruto, take my eyes. Shirsue said his last words and died. Danzo, you're a corpse, Naruto said angrily and entered Fox Chakra mode. So you're Minato's missing son? Danzo stated rather than asked. Naruto used a huge wind elemental Rasengan and incinerated Danzo, but he came out as if nothing had happened. What? Naruto was surprised, but Kurumi told him about one ability of the Sharingan. Like Izanagi. I wonder how many of these eyes he has. But the answer came immediately. Danzo untangled his hand and one of the 6 Sharingans closed. Amazing, Uzumaki. So 5 more lives. Well, never mind, you'll die 5 more times. Naruto grinned. But a couple of people from his route Anbu attacked him, but Naruto didn't get distracted by them and left them his clones. Naruto took his katanas out of their sheaths, soaking them in wind chakra and began to cut Danzo along the way using fire and lightning techniques. Raikiri! Naruto shouted and pierced Danzo's chest along with his heart. The last one, Naruto said in a tired voice and lay down on the ground. Shirsue is gone. Now I have no reason to come back here. I'll at least fulfill his last wish. Naruto took Shirsue's body on his back and went to his house. Naruto opened the door, Entering the house, he put Shisui on the bed and carefully pulled out his eyes and put them in a jar with a special liquid. After which he burned his body. Naruto also went to Itachi and told him that Sasuke was marked by Orochimaru, and Shisui was killed by Danzo. He was stunned by the latest news, since he recently heard that Danzo was killed by an unknown shinobi. And that route was disbanded. A month has passed since Shisui's death. Naruto, remind me who we are looking for. We are looking for Tsunade Senju. I need her for an eye transplant. Now Naruto is on his way to the village where Tsunade was last seen. After walking around there and asking passers-by if they had seen a tall blonde woman, he learned that Tsunade often relaxed in a bar nearby. After walking several streets, he finally found the bar. Entering it, he sat down at a table and began to look around at the visitors until his gaze fell on a woman who matched the description more than ever. He got up from the table and carefully approached her. You are Tsunade Senju, right? Everyone suddenly needed me. Who are you, boy? And what do you need? Tsunade asked, irritated. Naruto shook his head and asked if she could perform an eye transplant. Why would I do that? Well, you mentioned that everyone suddenly needed you. I can give you a special tag that no one else will be able to sense or track you with. If you help me, of course. Okay, I agree to your conditions, but first I need to deal with my former teammate. He recently came to me asking for help because he lost his arms during the attack on Konoha. He offered me to resurrect my beloved and brother, but if I agreed, I would desecrate the memory of them, so I ask you to help me and then I will perform the operation on you. Okay, Tsunade. I agree to help you. Naruto answered her and headed for the exit of the bar. The next day, as they agreed, Tsunade met with Orochimaru and under the guise of treatment wanted to kill him, but his henchman turned out to be a medic and sensed a catch, stopping Tsunade. What, Kabuto, finally decided to betray me? Orochimaru asked, surprised. No, Orochimaru herself. She wanted to kill you. Kabuto refuted his judgment. To which Tsunade responded with a blow to the ground and separated Orochimaru from Kabuto. Naruto appeared immediately, taking on Orochimaru. You. The one who prevented me from having fun with Sasuke-kun. The snake Sanin hissed. Yes, it's me. You don't have long to live, you miserable snake. Naruto said and entered the Fox Sanin mode, simultaneously unsealing his katanas from the scroll on his back. Naruto parried the Sanin's blow and threw him back at Tsunade, who only smirked and slammed the Sanin into the ground. Orochimaru was angry that this man was interfering with his plans again. Orochimaru, you couldn't handle me even with your own hands. If it were up to me, I would have finished you off long ago. Naruto said, taking out 10 kunai from his pouch, stabbing them into Orochimaru's body. Obviously, in this state, Orochimaru couldn't handle these two. Kabuto, Orochimaru, half-dead, wheezed. Kabuto, seeing the half-dead sensei, was frightened and summoned the huge snake Manda. How dare you summon me? The snake screamed. You will receive your victims a little later. Just save Orochimaru-samu. The snake was about to crawl up to Orochimaru to take him away when Naruto summoned the same huge fox that was in the forest of death and said, please hold the snake back and don't let it get close to us. If you do well, I'm sure Kurumi herself will praise you. Okay, Ashura-san. Fortunately, the foxes knew the names of their master's disguises. An exhausted Kabuto lay and watched his sensei die. And so the great snake Sannin died. Naruto said, pressing Orochimaru to the wall with his katanas. Naruto plunged the katanas into the Sannin's legs, who growled in pain and just watched and imagined how he would soon die. Naruto took out another kunai from his pouch and with a quick movement cut off Orochimaru's head. Thank you for your assistance, Tsunade said. Naruto approached the depressed Kabuto and said, I will ease your suffering. Naruto pierced his chest with a raikiri. Are you ready to fulfill your part of the deal now? Naruto asked, putting his katanas back into the scroll. Tsunade was still not over the shock and happiness that her former vile and terrible teammate had finally left this world. I think so. We need to go to a suitable place for this. After which Naruto nodded and handed her the tags. The eye surgery was a success and Naruto received his eternal Manjikyu. Tsunade was surprised. During the surgery Naruto's eyes after she pulled them out of his body turned blue, so similar to the color of Minato's eyes. And the fact that Naruto's body almost immediately accepted the eyes and has already begun to recover. Well, Ashura, do not remove the blindfold from your eyes yet. They will still have to recover. Otherwise, everything is fine. However, although I have not recovered yet, but as soon as I recover, our next goal will be to collect the tailed beasts. Also their subsequent release. By the way, how is Shikaku? Naruto asked worriedly. It's fine, he's still getting used to the new environment, but I explained everything to him and he supported your idea and agrees with it. That's good, I wouldn't want to keep him inside me against my will. I'm glad everything is fine. Naruto answered her and went back to his temple to restore his eyes and train them. He also learned from his intelligence that if Senju cells are added to Uchiha cells in equal proportions, it will be possible to awaken the Rinnegan. Naruto will definitely try to awaken it. The Rinnegan will be a useful thing in the implementation of his plan. Still, we still need to come up with a technique so that the tailed beasts can no longer be sealed. Naruto thought while resting on the futon. After a successful recovery, Naruto was finally able to use the Manjikyu without harming his health. Naruto decided that now was the perfect time to take the 4 tails and 5 tails, since they did not move far from Iwa. Naruto decided that he would first go meet with the Jinchuriki of the 4 tails, Rashi. Approaching Iwa, Naruto created a couple of clones and sent them to reconnoiter the area. When the clone found Rashi, he put a mark next to him and dissipated. Naruto moved to this mark and approaching the Jinchuriki, greeted him. Hello, Rashi. My name is Naruto, I am the same as you. I am also a Jinchuriki. I know who you are. My beast inside has already notified me. You want to take it so that you can free it later. Right? Yes, that's true. But not only free it, but make sure that they can no longer be sealed. Naruto confirmed. So you will allow me to take your beast? I'll tell you right away, you will not suffer from this. Well, if Sonu will be better off from this and I will not suffer, then why not? Agreed Rashi. I'll ask in advance, is the 5 tails loyal to the Tsuchikage? Hanha? Yes. He is very loyal to the Tsuchikage. Then there will be problems with him. Naruto thought and sealed Sun into himself. After which Rashi passed out. Naruto took the recovery seals and put them on Rashi. Lie here and rest. After Rashi woke up, Naruto said. Rashi, you have a seal on your heart that doesn't allow you to go far from the village. I can remove it so that you can go wherever you want. Naruto said, shaking his head waiting for his answer. If possible Naruto, I would be grateful to you. Release. Naruto said and touched Rashi's chest, after which Rashi felt a slight burning sensation, but it quickly stopped. Rashi felt relief. That's it, the seal is gone. Thank you, Naruto. You're a good person. Rashi, do you know where Han might be? Han doesn't go far from the village, look for him near the village. Thank you. Now, I'll be going. Goodbye Rashi. Naruto said goodbye to him. Goodbye. Following Rashi's tip, Naruto found Kon near the village. Hello, Kon. Who are you? It doesn't matter. Kon said and attacked Naruto. He didn't even let him finish. Naruto cursed and somersaulted, unsealed the katanas, parried Kon's blow, took out kunai from his pouch and, soaking them in wind chakra, threw them at Kon. He dodged, then used the boiling element of his tailed beast. Naruto created a giant Rinnegan and damaged Khan's armor. You will pay for the damage to the armor that Tsuchikage-sama put on me. Khan shouted. Calm down already. Element. Peace. Naruto said, touching Khan, who fell unconscious. It was time to do this earlier. I didn't want to cripple him more. Naruto thought and sealed the five-tailed Kokuo inside himself. A couple of days later, Iva reported to the villages about the missing tailed beasts, so that other villages would be more careful with their tailed beasts. Konoha and Suna also contacted the villages and reported that they had lost their tailed beasts. So all the villages knew that a person had appeared who was hunting Biju. Only Akatsuki was especially not happy, because this Biju hunter was ruining all their plans. Take it, this Biju hunter is ruining all our plans. Nagato muttered discontentedly. We've already lost 4 out of 8 Biju, we need to do something about it, tell Kakuzu and Haiden to hurry, we need the 2 tails now. Said the masked man sitting opposite. How much longer do you need to carry out your plan? Conan asked him. Another 2.5 years and everything will be ready, but for now we need to direct all our efforts to collecting the tailed beasts. The masked man answered with a displeased grin. Haiden and Kakuzu going to capture the 2 tails. Kakuzu, the leader said to hurry, so we won't stop to sell another body of some. Haiden said, dissatisfied that his partner was only concerned about money. Haiden, don't you understand, there is nothing more important than money. Naruto planned to go get the 2-tailed in a few days, but for now he needed new blades, because the old ones were badly damaged during the battle with Khan. He went to the land of iron to have strong and light katanas forged for him there. Hello, my name is Ashura. You have a good reputation among the samurai as a good blacksmith, is that right? Naruto asked the man the samurai recommended to him. Yes, that's true. I forge good equipment for many people. Was there something you wanted to order from me? I would like you to forge katanas similar to these for me, Naruto said, then unsealed the damaged katanas from the scroll on his back. Truly good blades, it's a pity they are so worn out, I think I can forge the same or even better. Great, then how much will it cost? For a weapon of this quality, I think at least 100,000 ryo. Great, this price suits me, when should I come to pick up my order? I think you can come to me in 5 days. And everything will be ready. Naruto rented a room in a hotel for 5 days and waited for the order to be completed. After 5 days, Naruto went to the blacksmith to pick up his order. Are my katanas ready? Naruto asked the blacksmith as he entered his shop. Oh, Ashura-san. Yes, your katanas are ready, you can pick them up. The blacksmith answered as he carried his katanas out of the workshop. You can check the quality. Naruto took them and after a couple of swings and checking their strength, said, amazing, they really are light and durable, thank you. Naruto gave the blacksmith his payment and left. It's time to pick up the 5-tailed. He thought. When Naruto came to the place where the 5-tailed Jinchuriki was supposed to be, he saw 2 people dressed in black cloaks with red clouds, he thought that he hadn't made it in time. Coming closer, he saw that they were currently fighting her. Oh, I'll have to fight Akatsuki too. Naruto grumbled, entering Sannin mode, forming a Rasen Shuriken, which he was going to throw at a man with interesting patterns on his face. He had black skin and a white skeleton pattern. Hey, Haiden shouted at him. It doesn't matter at all, because you're about to die. Naruto said, throwing a Rasen Shuriken at him. What are you doing? That hurts. Haiden cursed at him. Amazing. Immortal. But it won't save you if you lose your entire body. Naruto said, after which he unsealed his new katanas and with a quick lunge cut off Haiden's head, and sealed his body in a scroll. Fire release, fire destruction. Naruto said, after which he burned Haiden's head to the ground. What did you do to Haiden? Kakuzu shouted. Killed him, can't you see? After which Naruto switched to Kakuzu, he cut the wires coming out of his body. Kakuzu released his masks and attacked Naruto with them, but this trick did not work on him. Naruto simply dodged the attacks of his masks and broke them one by one. The masks disappeared. In the end there was not a single mask left, and Naruto formed the last Rasen Shuriken and threw it at Kakuzu. He could not withstand his attack and died. Naruto approached the lying Jinchuriki and stabilized her a little, after which he sealed her tailed beast into himself. After which Naruto moved back to his house and he decided to learn more about the Rinnegan and the method of awakening it. That is, he knew that it was necessary to combine the cells of the Uchiha and Senju in equal proportions, but how exactly to do this? It is unknown. Therefore, he decided to find out more about it. The Rinnegan will be more useful than ever in my plan to free the tailed beasts. I need to find out what percentage of my blood is Uchiha clan, since neither mom nor dad were Uchiha. Although Uzumaki were distant relatives of Senju. So I do have Senju's cells after all, Naruto reasoned. Naruto, all I can say is that you do have Uchiha and Senju cells in your body, but they are not equal. The percentage of Uchiha cells in you is 7%, and Senju is 3%. You need to balance the Uchiha cells to the Senju cells. Kurumi expressed her thought. Most likely, the percentage increased because I transplanted Shursue's eyes into myself. So we need to find Senju flesh. Naruto found the answer to his question. In the meantime, we need to go after the next tailed beast. That's it, only the 8 tails and 7 tails remain. Naruto thought. Cloud Village, what? Yujito lost her tailed beast? I forbade her to leave the village. How did you let this happen? Reikage shouted at his subordinates. But, Reikage-sama. Her friends were kidnapped and she was able to slip away from us, probably with the help of her tailed beast's ability. The ANBU answered guiltily. Oh. She was always loyal to her friends. It's good that she survived. Wasn't it that, Hunter? Having calmed down a little, he asked the ANBU. First, Akatsuki and Reikage-sama attacked her, but then suddenly a black silhouette appeared out of nowhere in a yellow flash and attacked them, dealt with them in a matter of minutes and stabilized Yujito a little, apparently took her tailed beast and left. Tell B not to leave the village. The Reikage's orders. Yes, Reikage-sama. They answered and left. What is he planning? Naruto went in search of the old hideouts of the snake Sannin. He needed to find information. When Naruto found one of them, he went in there and looked around. So, here is one of the hideouts of this snake. We need to find a lab. I'm sure there are a lot of traps here. I don't know what to expect from him. Naruto thought. Activating the Sharingan, he passed these traps and found a lab and records of an interesting old experiment. When he was still a shinobi of Konoha. There was a boy to whom Orochimaru transplanted Hashirama Senju's cells and he was able to use the wood element. Interesting. Naruto said with a smirk. Kurumi, what is Naruto-kun doing? Matatabi asked. Naruto-kun wants to awaken the Rinnegan. What? Father's eyes. But why? Naruto-kun will tell you himself when he can awaken him. If I ever meet this boy, apparently he has already grown into a Jonin or even an ANBU of Konoha, then I must definitely borrow a piece of his body. Naruto left there, blowing up his shelter along the way. In Konoha, call me Team 7. The fourth commanded. Why did Dad call us so early? Ami thought. When Team 7 entered the Hokage's office, they greeted each other. The Hokage told them that the Waterfall village asked to take their Jinchuriki to our village. They do not need problems with a Biju hunter, the heads of the Waterfall village said. So we need to escort the Jinchuriki to our village. The Hokage spoke. There were no problems on the way to the Waterfall village. Nagato. The masked man addressed the Akatsuki leader. What? Waterfall handed over the 7 tails to Konoha. A team of Chunin led by Jonin Kakashi Hatake will accompany him. You will need to recapture the Jinchuriki from them. Understood. A week earlier, Yamato and Kakashi were on a mission, and Naruto was watching them. According to the information that the foxes brought, this man in front of Kakashi is a bearer of the wood element. Yamato was attacked by renegades and he defended himself with the wood element. That's it, yes it's true. Naruto said, already lunging at these renegades. With one swing of his katana he cut off the heads of the renegades. After a short pause, he greeted Yamato. Hello, are you the one who possesses the wood element? Naruto asked to confuse Yamato. Yes. Yamato answered hesitatingly. That's great. Naruto said and sank his teeth into the skin on Yamato's arm. Having bitten it off, he quickly moved to his temple where he spat out his skin with meat and sewed his flesh to himself and passed out for a while. What? Naruto said, feeling a strong pain in his head. Naruto stood up and walked over to the mirror. Looking at himself in the mirror, he saw his eyes. They were dark purple with 6 tomo. We need to test him. Naruto said. Waterfall Village. The escort from Konoha has arrived. The Jinchuriki got ready and went to Konoha accompanied by the Leaf Shinobi. Halfway there, the squad of shinobi with the Jinchuriki was attacked by 6 people with the same eyes. Give us the Jinchuriki. All the bodies shouted at once. Protect the Jinchuriki. Kakashi shouted. Menma, Ami, and Sasuke stood up to protect Fu, but it didn't help much. One of the people summoned several huge creatures and they began to attack. It was hard to hold back their attacks. These people were fast. Only Kakashi with the Sharingan could keep up with them. They barely managed to destroy one of these people, but the trouble was that another one came up to him and resurrected him, so they realized that they were most likely puppets and that there was no real one among the 6 of them. Menma and Sasuke were very battered. They were running out of chakra. Only Ami still had enough, because she had inherited more Uzumaki genes. And then Yamato was pierced with a nail, he died. When it seemed that there was no salvation, she was pulled away from the Jinchuriki by an unknown technique. She shuddered, seeing a yellow flash. She barely squeezed out of herself. I made it. Her savior said and carried her under the nearest tree, putting a restoration seal on her, enhanced with Senjutsu chakra. Ami slightly opened her eyes and saw him. The one she wanted to bring back all these years. Brother, is this you? She said, staring intently at him. Yes, Ami. It's me. Now everything will be fine. He said, accumulating the hermit's chakra and entering Kurumi's chakra mode. Forming a giant Rasengan, he throws himself at the bodies that surrounded Sasuke and Menma. Naruto smashes them to pieces, saying, once again, I have to save you. And takes Menma and Sasuke to the place where Ami was sitting. And Kakashi-sensei. He's there. Sasuke said, pointing at Kakashi surrounded by Pain's bodies. Naruto returned to Kakashi and unsealed the katanas, lunged at the enemy, dodging his attack, cutting off his arms, and while one of Pain's bodies was distracted by recovery, Naruto picked up Kakashi and moved to the place where Menma, Ami, and Sasuke were sitting. Here's your Kakashi, he seems to be alive. Naruto said and moved back to Pain's bodies. Naruto forms a Rasen Shuriken and throws it at the body in the air, but unfortunately he dodges and the Rasen Shuriken flies into nowhere. Ouch, I missed. Naruto cursed, because the hermit mode was almost over. Guys, can you help me? Naruto turned to the tailed beasts in the subconscious. Yeah, Naruto, what do you need? My Senjutsu chakra is running out, can you accumulate it? I still need to take the Jinchuriki from them. Sure. Naruto approached the body that was responsible for the summons, he felt it in one of the Jinchuriki's summons. It was chameleon. But Naruto didn't need to see it, Naruto felt it. Rinnegan. Naruto shouted and chameleon opened his mouth and Naruto took fu from there, created a clone and the clone took fu to the others. It's time to end this. Pain's main body said, it said, Chibaku Tensei. And a black sphere began to form, which began to suck everything into itself. Not so fast. Naruto said and absorbed the technique with the Rinnegan. Where did you get the Rinnegan? You. Pain's main body shouted. It doesn't matter anymore. Naruto said, being 10 centimeters from his body and using Raikiri, he pierced his body. Well, and where is the real one? Naruto said and took out one of the chakra receivers, he stuck it in his hand, thereby understanding where the signal was coming from. Having found the source, he headed towards it. So? He's coming here. Conan said. Let him. As soon as Nagato said that, there was an explosion. Naruto made an entrance for himself with the Rinnegan. So what are you going to do, huh? The Nine Tails. I'll kill you. Naruto said and stabbed Nagato. With his katanas. And who are you? Naruto asked Conan. I'm Conan. She introduced herself. I have no reason to kill you. Go away. Naruto said. Taking the Rinnegan from Nagato. Can I come with you? Without Yahiko and Nagato, Akatsuki can no longer give me orders. Why not? You can. Then I should introduce myself as well, my name is Uzumaki Naruto. Okay, Naruto, what are you going to do next? I'm going to make sure my dear sister and not so dear brother return safely to the village. As he said, Naruto made sure the leaf shinobi returned to Konoha. From Ami's perspective. After the bloody massacre and when it seemed like everything was over, I saw a bright yellow flash, and when I saw it, my soul felt so warm. I thought it was my dad coming to help, but it turned out better. It was my brother who had left the village a long time ago. He protected us. He saved us. I woke up in the Konoha hospital. I saw my dad come in to see me. Dad, hi. Hi, Ami. I heard that Akatsuki attacked you while escorting. You came in such a serious condition. But I'm glad that you came back alive. Dad, it's brother. It's him. He saved us. It was so hard for us, we almost all died there and when it seemed like everything was over. He appeared in a yellow flash and moved me further under a tree and began to heal me. Then he brought Sasuke and Menma, and then Kakashi-sensei. He alone was able to defeat those whom the 5 of us could not. And only Yamato did not return. Ami felt sad at the last thought. But, brother is alive. And he became a strong shinobi. She said with joy in her voice. That's good. But are you sure it was Naruto? Of course, he even admitted it was him. Well, rest. Gain strength. Bye. The 4th told her and went to fill out the paperwork further. And he was thinking about what Ami had said. Are you really alive and are you okay, son? Why did I do that to him? But I didn't even notice that something was wrong. But when he ran away, I realized. I blamed myself for everything. If it weren't for me, he wouldn't have run away. But maybe if he hadn't run away, he wouldn't have become so strong. No. That's wrong. I shouldn't have done that. Forgive me. The 4th scolded himself. I was seriously exhausted during the battle with Nagato. I didn't think it would be so difficult. I should have rested for a couple of days. Naruto thought. If it weren't for Akatsuki, then I would have had the perfect moment to take the 7 tails. Naruto cursed. So you're the one collecting the Biju? Yes, I am. And you only have the 7 tails and the 8 tails left to take? Conan asked him. Yes, that's true. And I would have had the 7 tails by now, if not for the attack. After all, if I had taken the Biju then all of Konoha would have known that I was collecting the Biju. And now the 7 tails is under surveillance in Konoha and taking it will be difficult. I'm thinking of going to Kumo and talking to the 8 tails Jinchuriki, Killer Bee. Okay, if anything happens, I'll help you. Kurumi, if anything happens, you can tell the 8 tails that I'm not dangerous, right? Of course, Naruto. Just like it was with Sun. Yes, Kurumi really did contact me then and tell me everything, Sun responded. Naruto was preparing for the trip to Kumo. He would have to pass through Kumo's guards. It was unlikely that they would let him through if he had already been spotted in Konoha. And especially since Shikaku had disappeared after him. Conan, let's go. It's time for us to go to Kumo. On the way to Kumo, Naruto thought about how he would need to get through the Kumo guards, but the answer came immediately. Conan's techniques would be useful. She would fly by and leave a mark that he would give her and he would be able to easily move along it. But where the 8-tailed beast could be still remained a mystery to him. Approaching the village, Naruto gave the Hiraition tag to Conan. She understood everything and flew to the village, and after Naruto was able to move to the village. Walking around it and admiring the views, they finally found Killer Bee. Hello, Bee, Naruto greeted. Who are you, yo? Bee, this is the boy who collects the Biju. I was told that he owns his father's eyes and that he is not dangerous to us. Gyuki said. Naruto began, but he was immediately interrupted. I was already told who you are. Do you really want to free the tailed beasts, right? Bee asked seriously. Yes, that's true. You will not be harmed in this case. Well then. If Gyuki won't get hurt from this, and neither will I. Then Gyuki and I agree. Okay then, I'll start. Naruto said and activated Rinnegan. Naruto touched Bee and began to seal Gyuki into himself. This time it was quite painful for him to seal the tailed beast into himself. Of course, it had hurt a little before, but this time it was not the same pain as before. Naruto finished sealing and 2 more Tomo appeared in his Rinnegan. Now his Rinnegan had 8 Tomo. It hurt this time. Naruto said a little tired. Naruto took out the recovery seal and put it on Bee. He soon came to his senses, but Naruto and Conan were no longer there. As was Gyuki. I hope I wasn't mistaken, Naruto. Naruto and Conan moved to the temple. Naruto decided to lie down and rest a bit, enter the subconscious, and Conan went to cook food. Hello, Gyuki. Welcome. Naruto said. Well, guys, have you all gotten used to it yet? Yeah. I think so. Sun said. Probably. Matatabi and Koku answered. I have good news for you. Naruto said happily. With the help of the Rinnegan, I can make a technique so that you can no longer be sealed. All that remains is to test it. With the help of one of the Rinnegan techniques, he was able to check whether his technique was working correctly, and it turned out that it was quite correct. All that's left is to take the 7 tails from Konoha and I can free you all. Naruto said to his tailed beast inside him. Naruto thought about why it was so painful when sealing and came to the conclusion that it was because of the number of tails, and therefore chakra. The more chakra the tailed beast has, the more painful it will be to seal it. Naruto found this answer for himself. Conan, what do you think? Should I see my sister? Well, if you haven't seen her for a long time, then I think I should. I remember you once told me that you ran away from Konoha because your parents forgot about you, right? Yes, that's true. When I woke up one fine day, I realized that I was in an empty, locked house without food. I lost a piece of my soul there. My eyes no longer shine like they used to. My hair lost its bright color. I had to go through this when I was 8 years old. It was terrible. And after that, I never saw my family again in the form of Naruto Uzumaki until that moment. When I felt that Ami was in great danger and it would be better for me to come to her aid in the form of Naruto Uzumaki than in any other form. That's why I want to see my family. I haven't forgiven them. No. But I still want to look them in the eyes. Especially my father. Naruto finished his tragic story about his childhood. Naruto, if you want, I can go with you. Conan suggested. I think it would be better this way. Naruto agreed with her. A couple more weeks passed before Naruto went to Konoha. Naruto learned more and more about Conan and warm feelings for her appeared more and more. But Naruto did not understand what they meant. He felt good with Conan. The way to Konoha from the land of water was not short. But not for Naruto. Naruto took Conan's hand and teleported to the border of the land of fire. And then they went on foot. Approaching the village, he wanted to transform, but Conan stopped him. She told him that it would be better this way. Approaching the guards, he introduced himself as Naruto Uzumaki. At first they did not believe him, but then they let him through. Of course, they informed the Hokage about this. Hokage-sama. Your son has returned to the village, said the Anbu, entering the Hokage's office. Are you sure about this? The Hokage asked, puzzled by such news. The man with blue eyes and yellow hair introduced himself as Naruto Uzumaki in front of the Konoha guards. With him was also a girl with purple hair and orange eyes. Tell him to come to me. Yes, said the Anbu and disappeared into the Shunshin. Is it really you, Naruto? Ami said that you have grown up to be a very strong shinobi. An Anbu approached Naruto, who was walking around Konoha with Conan, and told him that the Hokage was waiting for him. Dad came to his senses quickly. Let's go, Conan. Naruto said as he walked towards the residence. When Naruto approached the residence, he saw a couple of genin bullying the academy students. Naruto decided to approach them. Guys, why are you bullying the little ones? Naruto asked. They called us stupid. The genin said, pointing to the little children of the academy. But you are already genin, which means you should not offend the weak. You should help, not offend. Naruto said angrily, releasing a little of his ki. You're right. We were wrong, I'm sorry, said the frightened genin and ran away. Are you okay? Yes, thank you. You're a good person. What's your name? It doesn't matter what my name is. What's important is that you become stronger, said Naruto and left, entering the residence. Climbing up to the second floor, Naruto went into the hall and knocked on the door. After which he heard the phrase, "Come in." Naruto entered with Conan. "Hello, my dear father," Naruto said with the same empty smile as 10 years ago. "Naruto, is it really you?" "Yes, father. It's really me. The child you forgot about and left to die." "Naruto, I'm sorry. Although I'm sure you don't need my apologies. But forgive me anyway. I'm guilty, really. I'm guilty of everything. Forgive me." Minato apologized to his son. "Dad, believe me. No need to apologize. Of course, maybe it will make you feel better, but I don't care about your apologies." "Okay, Naruto, I get it. So why did you come? Have you heard anything about the Biju hunter?" "Yes, he takes Biju from villages. But for what purpose is unclear. Kurumi, what do you think? Should I tell him about this?" Well, you only have one left to take and he is now in Konoha, where your father is Hokage. I think if he really feels sorry, he will let you take the tailed beast. Naruto looked at Conan and she nodded. He decided to tell after all. Anyway. I am that Biju hunter and I only have the 7 tails left to take, the rest are already inside me. He answered Naruto's question. You? But why? Why? I want to free them, make it so that you can never seal them again. Yeah. I understand what you want to ask of me. I can't just give you the 7 tails, I can make it look like you stole it. I won't stop you, because you've already gathered everyone except the 7 tails. You can take it. Minato agreed. Thank you for understanding, Dad. I'm glad we resolved everything peacefully. Naruto answered and hurried out of the residence taking Conan with him. So where are we going now? Conan asked. To meet my sister. Naruto answered her briefly. Naruto entered hermit mode to find out if she was in the village. Naruto sensed her at one of Konoha's training grounds. Conan, let's go. I found her. Naruto and Conan headed to that training ground. Ami was training at that training ground with Menma and Sasuke. Having already approached him, he decided to hide his chakra and observe her training. They were training combination attacks. 10 minutes passed like this until Ami noticed Conan, and then Naruto. When Naruto realized that he was exposed, he decided to say hello. He jumped from the tree. Hello, Ami, Menma. Hello, Ami, Menma, and hello to you too, Sasuke. Naruto greeted the guys, giving away his location. What? I didn't imagine it, is it really you, Naruto? Ami asked the man who looked so much like her brother. You can't recognize your own brother, how were you going to bring me back? Naruto asked her. Come on, Naruto, I got it, I recognized you. Ami snorted with a displeased grin, putting the throwing weapon back into the pouch on her belt. You've grown up. Naruto told her, raising his head up and thinking a little. Hey, what about me? Menma exclaimed, dissatisfied that Naruto didn't ask him anything at all. And you've grown up too, dear Menma. Naruto responded to his dissatisfied exclamations. Well, guys. Tell me. Naruto said calmly, walking deeper into the training ground, sitting down by a tree. The guys followed him, also sat down near him. Some time passed like this. Naruto learned how his sister and brother lived, and what difficulties they had to go through, until Ami brought up the topic of Akatsuki. Listen, brother. And when Akatsuki attacked us, how did you find out about it and come so quickly? Oh well. You have a Hiraition mark on your shoulder, that's what I figured. Naruto answered her, hesitating a little. I see, so that's what it is, I remember you saved us great back then. Without you we would have had a hard time. Thank you. I was so glad you came to help. You dealt with them very quickly, and your techniques are strong, but the most amazing thing was when you absorbed some kind of ball of technique that attracted us. Menma said. Surprised that his brother was so strong. Thank you, Menma. Naruto did not have time to finish, because Ami interrupted him. Brother, can you show me some cool technique? Arg. Well, so be it. Do you know how to use the Rinnegan? Not yet, but will you teach us? They answered him in chorus, even Sasuke joined their conversation. The Rinnegan requires extremely precise chakra control, I will create a clone, he will show you, and you, Sasuke, I have another equally powerful technique for you. Naruto told them, creating a clone, and he himself approached Sasuke. When Naruto approached Sasuke, he immediately looked at his neck and did not find the mark. It disappeared, then. Naruto thought. Sasuke, what elements do you master? Fire and lightning, why? Lightning, then, good. I have a technique for you too. This is the Raikiri technique. Raikiri, is it something like Kakashi-sensei's Chidori? You could say that. It's controlling the shape of chakra with the addition of the lightning element. To do this, you need good control over the lightning chakra. How are you with that? I think it's fine. Okay, then try to form a ball and add the lightning element to it, and by the way, a small clarification, you have a Sharingan, right? That's why I offered you this technique, because it's very fast and it will be difficult for a person without a Sharingan to control it. Okay Sasuke, I'll go. Tell the others to train too. Naruto said goodbye and left. Meanwhile, the Hokage. On the one hand, he's my son and I shouldn't do this, but on the other hand, he's a dangerous criminal. The Hokage sat in thought, racking his brains. He was thinking about detaining Naruto when he came for the Jinchuriki. But it won't be that easy. Naruto was able to deal with Akatsuki, who kept villages in fear. Okay, whatever will be. Minato said, leaning back in his chair. Naruto teleported to Conan, sitting down next to her. I'm going to meet the Jinchuriki soon. Okay, be careful there. You can't be sure that everything will go well. I'll try. The next day, Naruto went to the place that his father told him about. Approaching that place, he saw the Jinchuriki of the Seven Tails. She was sitting and waiting for something. Why are you sitting here? Just waiting. I was ordered to wait. Okay. Naruto came almost right up to her and touched her forehead. But as soon as he did, several ANBU squads appeared in a cloud of smoke, along with Kakashi, Guy, and Shikamaru. Here. Naruto cursed, because Conan warned him about this. But what Naruto didn't expect was that Minato would appear. He appeared at the yellow flash near the Jinchuriki already with a Rasengan in his hand. Naruto didn't have time to dodge, as he was held by a shadow grab. Naruto received a Rasengan to the face. The wounds were serious. Due to the element of surprise, they managed to inflict damage on him. Guys. I really need your help right now. Naruto was able to say while panting, the tailed beast inside him. Yes, of course Naruto. We are already healing you. Naru, I will accumulate Senjutsu chakra for you. Kurumi told him. Thank you. Naruto said, dodging the ANBU attacks and dodging the shadow grab. So this is how you allowed me to take the tailed beast, Daddy? Naruto said, addressing the Hokage. As the Hokage, I must arrest you, son. I understand. Naruto had already recovered and wanted to teleport away from here, as 4 ANBU created a barrier, which Naruto in this position could not break through. 10 fireballs were aimed at him, which he extinguished with a water dragon. Naruto was already running out of chakra, to be honest, but the tailed beasts helped to replenish it. Horror guys, if you hadn't shared your chakra with me, I would have already died of exhaustion. Naruto thanked the tailed beasts. You're welcome, Naruto. They answered him. Having killed a couple of ANBU squads, Naruto was able to weaken the enemy a little, but then Guy joined in, opening 7 of the 8 gates. He struck and Naruto was not able to parry all of them, and his father added fuel to the fire. Because as soon as Naruto weakened his vigilance, he immediately hit him in the back with a Rasengan. Guy did not leave him a chance to relax. After all, he hit with inhuman strength and speed. Only the art of the Sannin saved him, and Naruto still missed his blows. No choice. Naruto said, activating the Rinnegan. The path of the maiden. Naruto said and pushed everyone away from himself, thereby freeing himself a path to retreat. Having thrown a couple of kunai with Hirashi seals, he dealt with the ANBU who were holding the barrier. After the path was clear, he rushed from there and with his last breath asked Kurumi to contact Conan so that she would pick him up. He fell to the ground, exhausted. Naruto woke up in a soft bed with bandaged wounds. Raising his head, he looked around and saw a note. Naruto, I'm gone for a while, to get groceries and medicine. You've lost a lot of blood, please don't strain yourself. I know you're Uzumaki, but still be careful. Naruto read the note that was lying on the nightstand. So she's gone for a while. Naruto thought, closing his eyes again. He sank into his subconscious. In the subconscious. Guys, it seems I couldn't take it again. Naruto said sadly. Don't worry, it will work out next time. Kurumi said. That's right, everything will work out next time. The others joined in. Now they know that I have the Rinnegan. But there was no other way out. It's not your fault, that's how things turned out. Moreover, they still don't know why you need Chome. Matatabi said. That's true. Naruto agreed, already coming out of the subconscious. By the time he came back to the real world, Conan had already returned. Naruto, are you awake yet? Conan turned to him. Yeah, I saw the note and went into the subconscious. And then you came. I told you to be careful. Conan said angrily, hitting Naruto on the head. It's okay, you'll survive. This is for your recklessness. Yeah, I'm not welcome here. Well, except for my sister of course, but my arrival in Konoha wasn't very successful. Let's get out of here. Naruto said, taking Conan's hand and moving to his temple, which he liked so much. Here we are, home. Naruto said happily. Yeah. Conan said. What are you going to do? Wait, just wait now. And get ready. What have you done? Ami screamed angry at her father, throwing various objects at him. Ami, you don't understand, he's a dangerous criminal. He shouldn't be walking around free. He said, dodging another object thrown at him. Naruto isn't a criminal. He helped us, both with Akatsuki and at the training ground. Ami said, forming a Rinnegan in her hand. Ami, what is this Rinnegan? How do you know it? Naruto taught me it. Ami, calm down and put it away. Okay, Dad, I got a bit angry. She said, canceling the Rinnegan. I can understand you, you are the Hokage after all. But I can't. Menma objected, entering the room. He's not a bad person. After all, if he were, he would have killed you then and wouldn't have helped us. And you, acted very meanly, Dad. You deceived him. Maybe you're right. Minato agreed with his opinion. Itachi, have you heard anything about Naruto Uzumaki? He decided to ask his brother Sasuke. Do you really want to know? Yeah. Then listen. He was born into a Hokage family, ran away from the village at the age of 10. He didn't show up in the village for more than 8 years, but showed up during the Chunin exam. He met Shursui and a couple of days after the exam, Danzo-san died. I think that Naruto was the one who killed him, because in my opinion, only he would have had enough strength to do it. But why did he kill him? Sasuke, don't interrupt. It was pure revenge. Revenge for Shursui. Tears came to Itachi's eyes when he said that name. Shursui was everything to Naruto. And when he was gone, Naruto had nothing left. And Shursui was happy to look after Naruto. Shursui was the one who told me about him. Shared that Naruto was getting stronger. He always spoke about him with a smile. But Naruto also recently appeared in the village and the Hokage sent military forces to capture him. Which failed. After all, Naruto is effectively declared an international criminal. And that scares me. I don't know why he's collecting the tailed beasts. Itachi finally finished his story. I think it's for something good. Maybe he wants to free them. Maybe, Sasuke, maybe. I screwed up again. I still haven't taken Chome. Something keeps stopping me from doing it, Naruto reasoned, sitting on a chair and drinking tea. But then a wild scream was heard from his subconscious. Naruto paid attention to it as he entered it. Naruto. You would have taken poor Chome a long time ago if you weren't so kind. Shikaku shouted. That's right. The other tailed beasts supported him. Come on guys. You can't just kill like that. And you didn't just do it, you're for a good cause. Still, no, I don't want to be like that. Naruto cut the connection, leaving his subconscious, turning his attention to Conan, who approached him. Naru, are you sad again because you couldn't take the tailed beast again? Well. Actually, yes. Don't worry so much. I figured out what you need to do, namely, send a spy clone. He will quietly sneak into Konoha and stay there for a week in disguise, and as soon as he finds out everything, he will disappear. The idea is good, but why send a clone if I can go there myself, and you will stay here? It is better for me to be there alone, I will attract less attention. Naruto said, changing his appearance. Now he looks like this, a tall man with white hair, green eyes, and he is dressed in blue shinobi sandals, a black turtleneck and black pants. Well, do I stand out too much? Well. My hair is certainly not too ordinary, but it will do. Then I am on my way. I will be here in a week. Naruto said, disappearing in a yellow flash. Finding myself in Konoha. Here I am again. It seems I am here too often. Walking along the streets of Konoha and admiring the views, Naruto thought how beautiful it was here. Although he didn't like Konoha as a place to live where he experienced a lot of pain, the views in it are truly amazing. The first 2 days were quiet and nothing happened, but on the third day, as usual, he decided to walk around Konoha, and after walking a little more, he heard an interesting conversation. He became interested, came closer, hiding his chakra, and began to eavesdrop. Hey, did you hear there was a massacre recently, huh? Yeah, I seem to remember something like that. What? So it was an unsuccessful arrest of a criminal, you know, the Biju hunter. Right? Of course. And who doesn't know about him? Lately everyone is talking about him. So, it turns out that he is the son of the fourth, the eldest, who escaped. He wanted to take the last tailed beast for himself. And the fourth himself went to arrest him, but he escaped. Therefore, the surveillance and security of the last Jinchuriki was strengthened. Now I don't even know if the hunter will be able to do anything. Naruto cursed, walking away from this place. Of course, I showed up to see my father. Hokage. Now everyone knows that Naruto Uzumaki is alive and he's a Biju hunter. The Jinchuriki has more security, more problems. Great. What a fool. We told you so. The tailed beasts shouted. All that remains is to find the Jinchuriki. Naruto said, climbing onto the pole. He sat on the surface of the pole and began to accumulate the Sanin's chakra. After some time, the chakra was accumulated and he began to study Konoha and the villagers, because in the Sanin's chakra mode, the senses work at their limit. After some time, he felt chakra, a lot of chakra. It was hidden in a girl of 17 years old. Kurumi, I found her, but it looks like she is being guarded by several ANBU squads. Naruto said, getting off the pole. Naruto, try to be less kind this time. I will try, but before that, we need to contact Conan. Naruto said, moving back to the temple, where Conan was resting on the futon. Conan, I found her, I need a little of your help. Of course, Naruto. Conan said, getting up from the futon, putting on her cloak. Naruto took her hand and together they moved to Konoha. They were approaching the house where the Jinchuriki was. But the ANBU noticed that 2 sources of chakra were approaching them and prepared for battle. Naruto created 2 clones that turned into him and Conan and sent them to scout the area. The clones were attacked. These were the same ANBU, but the clones dodged the attacks and threw a couple of kunai, multiplying them with the shadow shuriken technique. The ANBU began to reflect these shurikens and both clones formed a Rinnegan and attacked the ANBU. A couple of fighters fell, but the clones were still destroyed. What? These are just clones. The surprised ANBU fighters said, as they were blinded by a large smoke screen from which many paper birds, created from explosive seals, flew. The birds began to explode en masse. It was just a distraction that Naruto came up with, while the guards were answered. The way to the Jinchuriki was free. Entering the house and going to the room where the Jinchuriki was, he activated the Rinnegan. Hello again. Naruto said, touching her, but the trouble was that his hand was grabbed in a second and torn away from the Jinchuriki. It was the fourth one, who put a special mark on the Jinchuriki that reacts to Naruto's chakra. I was waiting for you, Naruto. Minato said, already forming a large Rinnegan in his hand and hitting Naruto with it. Naruto was taken aback, replacing himself with a tree, thereby dodging the Rinnegan. Dad, you're a freak. You tricked me. This is the nature of the Kage. As a Kage I can't cover for you. Yes, you've always said that, as long as I remember. Then there was a fight that looked more like a dance of two yellow lights. The two used Hiraishin and Rinnegan, but Naruto still had a few aces up his sleeve. At one point, Naruto stumbled and received a Rinnegan on his back. This became the impetus for advancing. Naruto decided to retreat, but as soon as he moved, he felt his father behind him and he had to dodge. So you put a mark on me? Yes, so now you can't run away. I don't need to. Kurumi, did you find this mark? Yes, Naruto. Should I remove it? Of course. Kurumi directed her chakra to the Hiraishin mark and began to burn it. At this point, Minato stopped feeling the mark on Naruto. What? How were you able to block the Hiraishin mark? It's impossible. He spoke in a trembling voice. Do you think that knowing that I will fight a person who actively uses Hiraishin, I won't figure out how to block this Hiraishin? And now. Naruto entered tailed beast mode and began to form a giant Rasen Shuriken. He threw it at Minato, and he himself headed towards the Jinchuriki. Now no one will stop me. He touched the Jinchuriki, activating the Rinnegan and began to pull out the tailed beast. As soon as he pulled it out, he found himself not in his subconscious, but in some completely unfamiliar place. It was just a white room. Hello, Naruto. Naruto heard. He turned his gaze to a beautiful girl in a white kimono with 9 tomo, with red eyes and long blonde hair. Who are you? Naruto asked her, coming closer. Jubi. The one who was sealed in Hagoromo Otsutsuki, the one from whom Kaguya took the chakra fruit. Having gathered all the tailed beasts together, you were able to summon me. After all these 9 tailed beasts were created from my chakra, but don't worry, I don't want to take their chakra for myself. On the contrary, I perceive them more as my children and I will be glad if you free them. By the way, have you noticed any strangeness in your eyes? So you are Jubi. Well, a little. Activate your Rinnegan now. Naruto obediently activated the Rinnegan and Jubi handed him a mirror. He saw himself and his eyes in the reflection. Now 9 tomo were burning in them. Yes. The more tailed beasts in me, the more tomo in my Rinnegan. Absolutely right, Naruto. But you are not the true owner of the Rinnegan, right? But no, Naruto. It was destined. You are the reincarnation of my spirit, my desires. You are the one who was supposed to free the tailed beasts, the man the toad spoke of to the sage of the 6 paths. And now, fulfill your long-standing dream. Free your tailed beasts. Jubi smiled at him, leaving and disappearing into thin air. Opening his eyes, Naruto went to Conan. Taking her with him, he returned to his temple. Coming out into the clearing, he drew several strange circles with blood, activating the Rinnegan, he began the technique of releasing the tailed beasts. All 9 tailed beasts were reborn into new bodies, but they still retained their chakra, and if they wanted, they could return to their previous form. As soon as the technique was completed, Naruto fell exhausted. But Naruto was picked up by a tall girl with beautiful long red hair. She entered the temple and put Naruto on a futon. Naruto lay and recovered for several hours. That technique required a huge amount of chakra, and since Naruto no longer had tailed beasts, his chakra took a long time to recover. As soon as Naruto woke up, Conan came up to him and hugged him. "You did it," she said. "Yes," Naruto said quietly. The next day, they all gathered at the table and talked until Conan said about the meeting of the 5 Kage. "Naruto, I wanted to tell you everything. While you were resting I was in Konoha and found out that the Hokage is holding a council of 5 Kage, which will take place in a few days in the Land of Iron." "Naruto, the Hokage is holding a council of 5 Kage, what are you going to do?" Conan asked. Naruto began, leaning back in his chair. "I don't want to take part in their squabbles. They will most likely be discussing me and you." Naruto pointed his finger at the tailed beasts. "Maybe it will come to war. And I wouldn't want that, in any case." Naruto thought. Right, I'll ask my sister to tell me everything, I just need to teleport to her and ask her about it. Most likely, she will accompany my daddy, he said, making quotation marks with his fingers. Naruto got up from his chair and went to his room. While they were chatting, it was already quite dark. The next morning, Naruto woke up, washed himself and decided to see his sister. Naruto teleported to the mark he had left on his sister a long time ago. She was still peacefully snoring on her bed. "She's still sleeping," Naruto cursed, coming closer to her, shaking her softly. What?" she answered sleepily, getting up from the bed. Opening her eyes, she was suddenly surprised to see her brother. "Naru. Is that you? Why are you always so surprised whenever you see me?" "It doesn't matter. I have a favor to ask of you." Naruto spoke quietly and calmly, so that his sister, who had just woken up, would understand every word he said, and so that no one else would hear him either. "So you found out that Dad is holding a meeting and you want me to tell you everything about it after the meeting, am I right?" she asked, looking at her brother. "Yes, that's right." "Okay, then how can I find you?" "Don't worry, I'll come to you myself, and by the way, don't forget to take your jacket," Naruto said, immediately disappearing in a yellow flash. Still not much words. Ami thought, falling asleep again. A couple more hours passed and Ami finally woke up completely. She remembered that Naruto came to her and asked her for help. When the Hokage family sat down to breakfast, her father asked Ami and Menma to accompany him to the Land of Iron. He explained that there would be a meeting there, but Ami already knew about it and immediately agreed. Menma, after a little hesitation, also agreed, seeing the look his sister was looking at him. "The way to the Land of Iron is not short, take everything you need with you," Minato said to his children. "Okay, Dad," they answered in chorus. Having already walked halfway, Menma suddenly asked his father. "Dad, why can't you just teleport to the Land of Iron?" "Because I don't want to. It will take a lot of chakra." Arriving in the Land of Iron, it turned out that it was quite cold there, but Ami took a jacket with her, as Naruto told her. The first to arrive at the meeting were the water and sand countries, followed by Konoha and Cloud, and the last to arrive was the stone country. "So, I have gathered you here to discuss the following things," said the fourth, sitting down in a chair. Namely, the Biju hunter and the fact that he gathered all the tailed beasts. "How so? Why couldn't you protect the last tailed beast?" the Raikage asked aggressively. "The thing is," the fourth said, gritting his teeth, "the Biju hunter turned out to be a little stronger than we thought. But did you manage to identify this hunter? Asked the Mizukage. Yes. And who is it? The Biju hunter turned out to be my long-ago escaped son, Naruto Uzumaki. What? This is outrageous, the Raikage shouted. How did it happen that your son escaped and became a criminal? The Kazekage asked. Well. The Hokage mumbled, unable to give a clear answer. Okay, it's not as important as the fact that all the tailed beasts are now with this Naruto Uzumaki and we don't know why he needs them. I don't know why he needs them, but I know that Naruto is not a bad person. And that he won't use them for evil. Menma said. But he still remains a threat, we need to figure out where he's hiding and strike. The Tsuchikage finally put in his word. We agree, the Mizukage and Raikage gave their consent. Don't be so confident in your abilities. According to our data, he has full control over the nine-tailed beast and has a bunch of techniques in reserve, and also owns the legendary eyes, Rinnegan. The Hokage objected. I think it might work out. The Kazekage gave the final answer. Oh. Okay, I'll send my student Kakashi to look for him. The Hokage finally agreed. Oh, how badly this could turn out for Naruto. Thought Ami. Returning back to her village, Ami went to her house and began to wait. Naruto said that he would find her himself, and she did not know where he could be. After waiting for about 3 hours, nothing happened, and she went to bed, but already in the morning Ami again felt discomfort. Opening her eyes she saw her brother, who was still gently shaking her in the hope that she would finally wake up. Hello, Naruto. Ami said sleepily, getting out of bed. Wait here, and in the meantime, I'll go wash up. After waiting, Naruto saw his sister already dressed in her usual, familiar clothes. She closed the door and sat down on a chair. Pointing to another chair Naruto, as if to sit down too. I have bad news for you, Naru. How bad is it? They are going to kill you. They said we will track you down and attack you all together. So be careful. Father told me about you, that you were his son and that you took all the tailed beasts. But there are no tailed beasts left in me. What? Where are they? Free. As it should have been. This was planned a long, long time ago, when I was a child. But now this childhood dream has finally come true. And now I have no reason to fight, I can live a calm, peaceful life. But not now, unfortunately, as I understand it, not now. So you are left defenseless? If you mean my instant protection in the form of Kurumi or Susanu's cloak, then yes. With the awakening of the Rinnegan, I am unable to use the Sharingan. And since there are no tailed beasts left in me either, there is no protection or help from them either. They all went to different places. Except for Kurumi, she wanted to stay with us. Us? With me and my companion Conan. I see, my brother. She said with a joyful grin. Well, I have to go, Ami. Thanks for the help. Naruto said, already getting ready to leave, but was grabbed by the hand. What is it? Why can't you stay? Or at least take me with you. You can't, Ami. If you come with me, you'll become a renegade, I don't want that. Naruto smiled at her, opening the window and jumping out of it. Ami was about to rush after him, but he had already disappeared, vanished. Didn't have time. Ami said, closing the window and going to the kitchen to eat. Returning to his temple, Naruto saw Conan greeting him, he waved to her, and when she approached him, he said, with a hysterical grin. What do you mean? Conan asked him. Not understanding. Ami said that at the Kage meeting my identity was revealed, they began to actively search for me, and our house is in the land of water. Which means we are quite easy to find, and if we are easy to find, then they can attack too. Naruto chattered hysterically. Okay. Naruto, calm down. It can't be that bad. You're right, I'm really worried. Naruto said, entering the room where he usually rested. Lying down on the bed he began to think out loud. Conan came in with him to listen to him. What do we have? Right. Naruto said, calming down. Everyone knows that I am Naruto Uzumaki, a Biju hunter, and they are hunting me. So far they don't know that I'm in the land of water, at least I hope so. And they also don't know that the Biju is no longer in me. So they won't attack so openly. But if everyone attacks? I barely managed with my father. But I didn't use all my techniques. I thought so, I calculated the numbers. I think I can still hold out, but I don't want to kill anyone, but to leave me alone, I need to either kill them all or come to an agreement. It's difficult, so difficult. Conan listened to all this schizophrenia. She didn't think it would be so serious. Naruto, but Kurumi stayed with us, maybe she will help us. Right, how could I forget about her? I'm completely going crazy from this. Of course, I assumed that everything would be like this, but hearing it in reality scared me. Naruto approached Kurumi, who was sleeping on the floor, in his reduced form, and woke her up. Having told her everything he heard from Ami. What kind of questions, Naruto? Of course I will help you. But we don't know when they might attack. Conan said. Meanwhile, in Konoha, Minato called Kakashi to him. Kakashi, I have a very important task for you. You must find Naruto Uzumaki. Minato-sensei, are you serious? And where should I look for him? His scent remained on one of my kunai, although it is very weak, but I think your dogs can handle it. Minato said, then took out that same kunai and handed it to Kakashi, who called for the dogs to be summoned and gave the kunai to Pakken. His summoning. I'll try to find him. Pakken said, sniffing the kunai and running away. A few days later, Pakken returned to Kakashi and reported that the scent abruptly ended in the land of water. Kakashi passed this information on to Minato. So that's how it is. Minato said. I'll contact the Mizukage. Minato wrote a letter and sent it by the fastest pigeon. The land of water received the letter in a few days. Mizukage herself, a letter has arrived from Konoha. It has the Hokage's stamp on it. Her subordinates responded as they entered her office. Okay, give me this letter. The Mizukage read the message. Hm. So he was so close all this time. Send ANBU to search. Send the ANBU, Mizukage commanded, getting up from her chair and leaving the office. Yes. Her subordinates answered her and went out to gather teams for the search. I wonder what kind of Biju hunter he is. Mizukage thought while pouring herself some coffee. 6 teams of 4 people per team were sent to search for the hunter. Mizukage gave the order to take him alive and, if possible, not to attack right away. 6 teams were scattered throughout the land of water. Naruto was sitting in his room and writing Fuin seals. Restoration seals, explosive seals and chakra sealing seals. He was fully prepared for battle, because he was sure that he would soon be discovered. Kurumi also offered Naruto to seal her back into him, but Naruto refused this. That was not why he released them. Conan, I was wondering if you could leave here with Kurumi? While they haven't found us yet. He said the last words with sadness in his voice. No way, Naruto. I won't leave you, and Kurumi probably won't agree either. But, why? It makes sense. No, Naruto. We'll all fight back together and everything will be fine. It will be fine if that's the case. And Ami tried to convince her father. Dad. You shouldn't do this to him. He didn't do anything bad. He didn't kill anyone, he just took the tailed beasts. You're wrong. There's nothing we can do now. He needs to get his punishment. He stole the tailed beasts, upset the balance of the villages. If not death, then prison. And he won't give up just like that. Dad, you're terrible. Ami screamed with tears in her eyes. Naruto is not bad. He's better than all of you put together. She ran out of the room, slamming the door. You're doing the wrong thing. Menma spoke out with disgust towards his father and left the room. Tears were welling up on the Hokage's face. What are these tears? Why? Why does it hurt so much? My soul feels so empty. Commander, we found a strange temple, but we can't find the entrance yet. Keep searching. Naruto was in his room near the window. It was raining, the weather matched Uzumaki's mood. He was breaking down, not knowing what to do, how best to act. But suddenly he felt how one of the seals at the entrance was activated. This meant only one thing. I was found. Naruto left the window and left the room, closing the door. He was heading towards Conan and Kurumi. Entering the room where they were, he said, "We were found. You need to leave immediately." "Naruto, we already discussed this," Conan said with an angry grin. "Yes, and I have made a decision. I will stay and hold them off, and you will leave and be safe." "Okay, Naruto-kun." Kurumi woke up and grabbed Conan and ran away. And Naruto headed towards the ANBU squads. Naruto was sitting on a branch of one of the trees that were near his temple, which had become his home for so many years. He didn't want to leave it, but he was given no choice. Just one wrong move and he would be discovered. While he was motionless he was invisible. "Oh, there are so many of you here," he said tiredly. He decided to go out and talk. Maybe he could do without casualties after all. He asked himself. Naruto decided to show himself to them. Coming out of the bushes he showed them a peace sign. "Hello, guys." He drew attention to himself. "I have no particular desire to kill you, so we can part in peace. Well, what do you say? We are only following orders to deliver you to the Mizukage herself." The captain of one of the squads spoke out. "Well, if that's the case, then let her come to me herself. I'll treat her to some delicious tea and cookies." "No, you have to come with us," said the man in the hawk mask and fell on Naruto with a katana, enhanced by wind chakra, but Naruto easily blocked it, after which he activated the Rinnegan and threw the attacker back a good few meters. "How uncultured, I am being nice to you, and you are coming at me with knives." The Umbu were a little surprised, since they had never seen such abilities. To be honest, after this, many were afraid for their lives. They understood that in a battle with such a strong shinobi they simply might not survive. "So, I will repeat it again," Naruto said intimidatingly, flying up. "Understand, Naruto-san, we are simple soldiers following orders. We were told to bring you, so we must do it, or die." "Well," Naruto began to think, nothing bad will happen, right? And the temple will not be damaged. "Okay," he said, landing on the ground. Naruto was led into the mist. The time of the journey passed calmly. Naruto just walked and admired the views. "Mizukage-sama. We have brought the Biju hunter," one of the ANBU captains reported as he entered the office. "Excellent, bring him to my office. I have a few questions for him." There were two people in the Mizukage's office now, namely the Biju hunter and the Mizukage. She removed the handcuffs from him, because she was sure that they were useless against him anyway, and sat him down on the chair opposite hers. "So, Naruto Uzumaki, right?" "Yes. I have a few questions for you." "Go ahead, I'll try to answer them all." "According to the information the Hokage gave us, you are his runaway son, am I right?" "Yes, that's right." "Okay, then, are you the Jinchuriki of all the Biju at the moment?" "Yes." He answered without thinking, because he didn't want them to find out about it ahead of time. "Apparently, you were not alone, you had a companion, but now she is not with you, so where is she?" "Even I do not know now." "Do you know that you are facing punishment for your behavior?" "I know, but I do not care much anymore. Then I want to end it here. You will be sent to prison until the circumstances are clarified. Goodbye. She finished her interrogation and called a group of ANBU, who were supposed to escort Naruto to the prison cell. Yeah, right. Naruto said angrily, after which he simply disappeared in a yellow flash, but left a small surprise in the form of an exploding seal and a message. I will wait for you all at my temple, that message said. Uzumaki-kun, you are so interesting. The Mizukichi said. Heh, that seems to be it, now I'm definitely a quick corpse. Mizukichi sent letters to all the villages. They said that Naruto Uzumaki's location was revealed and he was waiting. The message reached Konoha. Already now the villages are preparing and gathering the best fighters to capture Uzumaki Naruto, and Naruto is just waiting, because there is nothing left. The traps are set, the seals are made, the tailed beasts are free, Conan is safe. Exactly 3 weeks have passed since the Mizukichi sent the letter and all the villages are ready. They are heading to Naruto. If the mist was not particularly tense, because Naruto is on their territory, then the other villages got to him about 3 days, but now everything is in place and all that was left was to attack together, and the first group went forward. As it was immediately attacked, kunai and shurikens flew at it, then everything began to explode. It became clear to everyone that they should be careful. The sensors lined up and saw that traps were set up along the entire perimeter, but Uzumaki himself was not found. And he himself was in his room, which was covered with a strong barrier that was not capable of passing chakra through itself. Theoretically he could have just stayed in it, but he would have been found later anyway. Let them first pass through my traps, Naruto thought. It was not for nothing that he set them up, tried, by the way. Let's sum it up. Thanks to his traps, the number of the army that came out against him was greatly reduced. This suited him quite well and he left his so-called shelter. Here I am, he said with some pathos, flying up and hovering above them. Great fire destruction. He spoke, after which he blew a huge amount of fire at his opponents. But he spent a fairly significant amount of chakra. Lousy, you need to calculate your chakra better. So Naruto was able to cut out all the attackers except for the Kage and 2 great Sannin. It was Jiraiya and Tsunade. With Jiraiya it's clear, Minato asked him to help, but with Tsunade things are not so smooth. It took a long time to track her down and persuade her to help. But Jiraiya did it and here she is. Tsunade was healing the Kage with her summoning. But unfortunately Naruto was already running out of chakra, and the Kage were still undefeated. Oh man, it was easier for me to pull the tailed beast out of the Jinchuriki than to fight this whole crowd. I'm strong of course, but my chakra is not infinite. Thought Naruto, who was already tired. He only had enough chakra for 1 or 2 Rasen Shurikens, absorbing techniques a couple of times and that's it, the end. The Hokage was flying at him with a Rasengan and Naruto was about to dodge when he immediately received a Rasengan in the back. Immediately after the Rasengan, he was taken to a sand prison. Naruto had to use the Rinnegan. He absorbed the sand prison and went out into the sky, but was immediately hit by the rakeage. Naruto, already beaten and tired, finally lost his strength and was pierced by Mifune's katana. As if for the last time, Naruto blurted out a joke. I've never had such a big thing inside me before. He activates the Rinnegan and uses the fire style to burn his eyes to coal so that no one else can get them. This is how the great shinobi who freed the tailed beasts, Naruto Uzumaki, died. But suddenly, after death, he finds himself in a wonderful world with a bright warm sun, fresh green and so soft grass. What? Where am I? You are in my world, Naruto-kun. Jubi? Yes, Naruto. You have done a lot of good for us. And I am very sorry that you had to endure a lot of pain and die like this. I want to give you a chance at a new life. At new opportunities. I think you deserve it. Do you agree? You are dragging me into a dangerous game, Jubi. But so be it, I agree. And here is the end of the story.